Mamelodi, east of Pretoria, one name sits on the edge of fear and power: Vusi Cat Matlala. Once a street hustler, now an alleged underworld kingpin. His story is one of ambition, blood, and betrayal, a rise from the dusty streets to the throne of South Africa's criminal empire. This is the story of how Cat became the man even the law couldn't catch. The streets. Vusi Matlala's criminal path started early: petty crimes, car break-ins, and stolen property. In the year 2000, at just 24, he was arrested 3 times. Each case mysteriously withdrawn. Much is still unknown about his early childhood, but one thing remains. A monster with no conscience, only greed filled his hunger, was slowly learning how power in the underworld was consolidated. That's when the streets gave him a name, Cat. Because no matter how hard he fell, he always landed on his feet. The graduation. Over the years, he climbed the underworld ladder from a petty hustler to a high-profile crime boss with police generals allegedly on his payroll. Vusi's rise to high-profile cash-in-transit robberies happened very fast. Now many may argue that Vusi was the mastermind behind most, if not all, CIT robberies in and around Johannesburg. Today, Vusi sits at the top of the food chain. He's believed to be funding political campaigns for powerful politicians, securing protection and influence in return. Now, behind the scenes, he's built a web of corrupt police officials and government insiders, using them to manipulate state tenders in his favor while ensuring the law looks the other way. On this episode, we look into the controversial life of Vusi Cat Matlala and all the shady people connected to his criminal life. Vusi's criminal training goes way back. From a young troublemaker, he evolved into a professional stick-up kid.
The Sandton Incident. A routine patrol turns into a breakthrough. In 2016, Sandton City Mall, a suspicious car with false plates leads to a massive find: R5 rifles, police vests, signal jammers, and radios. Among those arrested, Vusi Matlala, but in true Cat fashion, the case was withdrawn. Another clean escape. Now in the underworld, this type of tactics of evading conviction from law enforcement is a valuable asset which makes you rub shoulders with very dangerous criminals. A clear indication that you have strong connections in all the right places. This is exactly how Vusi became valuable. The expansion. Vusi's ambitions grew. He built an empire. The higher he climbed, the more ruthless he became, connecting with crime bosses like Radovan Krejcer and Kagiso Ledwaba, the man charged for kidnapping and laying down Uva Jambala on Radovan Krejcer's orders. Uva Jambala wasn't just anyone. He was a world-famous German car tuner known for his luxury Porsche modifications. Now, it's believed that his hit was tied to a money laundering deal gone wrong, with Radovan Krejcer allegedly pulling the strings tied to international money laundering and murder. At this point, Vusi Matlala was in too deep to turn back. Guys like these never retire from being a criminal mastermind. They know too many secrets. The cartel web. Vusi's power wasn't built alone. He was connected to Johannes Kamatsi, a ruthless heist expert and one of the high-ranking lieutenants of the Big Five cartel. Their operations ran from Johannesburg to Limpopo. Cash and transit heists, weight, and hits was their fields of specialties. According to testimonies, Cat met General Sibiya through the late taxi kingpin, Mswazim Sibi. Sibi wasn't just a taxi boss, he was the leader of the firm, a cartel controlling weight, tenders, and even police protection. Under Msibi's shadow, Vusi thrived. His cases vanished. His empire grew.
The Tembisa connection. When the Tembisa hospital corruption scandal broke, investigators found familiar names: Morgan Momella and Vusi Matlala. Morgan allegedly pocketed nearly R1 billion in dodgy contracts. Holy shit, welcome to Africa. He looted 800 million to be exact. Records show he was once listed as a director in one of Cat companies. The connection was quickly erased, but it left a haunting question: how deep did Vusi's reach go inside government structures? Vusi had no ambitions of going legit. He made hundreds of millions looting. Blood in the shadows. When whistleblower Babita Deokran exposed the suspicious payments, she was assassinated in cold blood. One suspect who was part of the hit was subsequently put to sleep soon after, silenced before he could talk. The mastermind remains untouched. Rumors soon tied Vuzi's name to dangerous love triangles with actress Tebogo Thobjane and his wife, Tsakani Matlala. It's alleged that secret lover Tebogo's attempted assassination was she might have had incriminating information regarding the hit on the late whistleblower Babita Deokaran. Vuzi might have wanted to scare her off not to talk because this guy has laid down targets who have security with them, allegedly. But as always, the truth disappeared, just like those who knew too much. The war in Pretoria. Back when the Boko Haram gang terrorized Pretoria, someone began hunting them down, one by one. The media called him John Wick. Whispers say it was cat cleaning up competition and taking full control of Pretoria's dope trade. Greed had no limits when it came to this guy. His close ally, Prince Mongol Malangu, a notorious cash-in-transit robber known for his flashy lifestyle, met his end in 2022, gunned down in Pretoria Sunnyside. Another piece of the puzzle gone. Missing businessman Jerry Bashoga, last seen begging for his life in a hostage video. Testimonies from the Madlanga Commission is that Jerry was knee-deep in the dope trade and he allegedly owes millions to some dangerous people including Vuzi, who claims Jerry owes him 5 million rand. Officers didn't find him, but they found something strange, a room with white sheets tied to the burglar bars, identical to those seen in Jerry's video. Jerry was never found. But the evidence told its own story. With all these allegations pointing at Matlala, it would be interesting to see how his case is going to play out. The throne shakes. After Mswazi Msibai's death, Vuzi allegedly took over his network, paying off top cops, including General Sibia, for protection. But when those cops failed to shield him, Vuzi turned on them. Now, he's expected to take the stand in the Madlanga Commission. If he talks, he could expose everything, from corrupt officers to powerful politicians. If he stays silent, his empire might live on, hidden in plain sight. From the streets to the throne, Vuzi Cat Matlala built his kingdom brick by brick, deal by deal, life by life. But in the game of power, even a king must one day face his own court. Don't forget to subscribe, like and leave a comment.